welcome to another rousing edition of Barn Burner. It's Boomer.
Rabbit.
Pinder and Rabbit.
It's been a while.
Hasn't been that long.
Mid-May, he returned.
Mid-May.
That's where we're at.
Middle of the month.
I'm a wander.
It's brought to you by Bet365. Want to get into the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs at Bet365? Oh, baby. They got it all.
Oh, baby.
Download the app. Get in the game. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And how about that? We got the super chat. How have they been? How's the generosity been?
You know what? We had a couple dry days, and we had one where the floodgates opened. It's been a mixed bag.
Youth Centers of Calgary will benefit from the likes of y'all.
And Tuesday we did comment Palooza.
Yeah, we were requesting a lot of comments.
Oh, really? Yeah. How'd that go?
Real good.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when we did phones at the old shop.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, damn, if we could just find a way to mix more phones in.
Phones.
But here's for the kids.
Yeah. Well, before we get into opening statements for McLeod Law,
you got some splaining or what?
Well, I think you guys have some explaining. A couple weeks ago, I've been away a little bit. I had to take my daughter. I had a funeral, this whole thing. I was away for a few days and came back. Jets roar back.
Oh,
emotional win.
Oh, the big Sunday night with the Game 7. That was
before I left.
Mm-hmm.
Kings were up 2-0 in that series, as you recall.
Yeah.
By the time
they look good, I tell you that.
Yeah,
I put some money down on the Kings to win. That's how good they looked.
And I left, and then we know what happened there. And then I come back, and the Jets off to round 2, this whole thing, and then I leave again. And now the Jets are facing elimination, and the Oilers have just roared.
The Oilers still alive?
What are you guys doing around here? Like, what happens when I leave?
Well, maybe
do
you notice that you shouldn't take any days off?
I guess I can't go anywhere.
You got to look at us. Like, you
can't have nice things.
Jack, if you're pointing at people, there's 4 pointing back at you, buddy.
Is that what it is?
We got one update from your trip. One. And you look to be in some sort of an Oilers corner.
Yeah, you're out there cheering on the squad.
And we wondered why the Oilers have looked so good.
Yeah, it was actually the night before, but that was the one game they did lose in round 2.
You got to go back to that place.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
They're pretty fond of them up there.
Really, eh?
Yeah, they're wound up. They're excited about it.
Yeah.
You're going to the game? No, not going to the game.
Really busy.
Thanks, but anyway.
Cultural capital.
Back. And it's time to dig in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Are we done?
Really? I'll tell you. Jeez.
Got all that off your plate now, or you're really
ready? You can focus.
Yeah.
Good for you. Dude.
We'll start elsewhere with our opening statements for McLeod Law.
Mm-hmm.
They're the best. I mean, it's not bragging if it's true, right?
It's true.
It's not bragging if it's true. They're the best. They are Calgary, in and out, proud of those Calgary roots, big part of those long-standing client relationships that they have. They live in the city. They understand our city and the way things work. And when you contact them, they're there.
It's not some 1-800 number with some bozo in Ontario answer?
No, it's not that at all.
Not some dude that looks like he should be in a WWE skit.
Right? You see him now, right? It's that guy's.
You can't unsee him.
Yeah, you can't.
And then I don't want to say what the other one there.
I know. Yeah. See her too. Anyway, it's not about that. Thank you, McLeod Law. Great sponsors of the program. Glad to have them on for opening statements today. I thought there's different ways I thought we could go about the first game of the night from last night.
First game.
It was nice because there's a lot of these series where teams are facing elimination. There's staving. Steve's got to stave. We got one here, 2-2. Anybody series? All right. Leafs and Panthers.
Oh, baby. Defending champs against the.
So our buddy Jay Rosehill up in Olds.
Yeah, we had him on Tuesday.
Friend of the show.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
He's a great guy. Friend of the show. He is indeed a friend of the show. Love that guy. Lovely guy.
He harvested a piece of clothing out of Mitch Marner's skin on Tuesday. He just literally just peeled it all off. And there's nothing left of old Mitch at the end. So
there was a series of tweets just to kind of walk you through. So without spoiler alert, without telling you what happened in this hockey game, we'll kind of walk through the night with Jay Rosehill
It's like live tweeting, right?
Yeah, he kind of, you know what it's like, right? You sit down, you got your corn, you're ready.
Oh, yeah. Well,
This is
he
a big
covers the
game.
Leafs. He's a alumnus. He's a big Leafs guy.
Yes.
And a journalist.
And
yes,
actually
like us.
too much of a fan, to be honest.
A bit of a fan, for sure.
Saying we.
So here's how his evening started on the X. Well, here we go, folks. It doesn't get much bigger than this. Back at home with good juju, it's going to take everyone, all caps. We'll have a pretty good idea who's taking the series after this one.
Jesus.
Spirits are high.
And then he's got the fingers crossed.
Sounds like an Ontarian
Got some fingers.
talking about the Leafs.
That is not his take on Tuesday, by the way.
Anyway.
Okay, so then game starts.
Yeah.
Nice to hear the anthem sung by someone who isn't an idiot.
Okay.
I missed
so
the anthem.
I didn't know.
shots fired at the prior anthem singers.
That's right. Yeah.
The
So
idiot anthem singers out there.
I like this better anyway. This seems a little more.
it's more Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more him.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we assume after the anthems are sung, the game begins.
Yeah, drop the puck.
Would be nice if the Leafs didn't look like panicked amateurs.
Oh, good spelling on him.
So yeah, it's good.
But they're at home.
But they're
or
at home
on
with the
road.
good juju.
Oh,
Good juju.
because usually at home,
Mm-hmm.
the other teams like just survive the first 5.
Yeah, because they won the first 2 games at home, right?
Sure did.
2-0 in the
Great
series.
Homer series.
Shit.
Yeah.
Home team's 4-0.
That's right.
Great shape.
Okay. Again, it's not. This is nice. Kind of a mystery because we don't know what happened.
Who
in this
knows?
game.
Yeah, who's to
So
say?
we
Yeah.
see it through the eyes of Jay. The next tweet: a no-look spin around backhand pass up the middle. Shocker. That's not the answer here. Just wow.
Yeah, I was also surprised that wasn't the answer.
The tone doesn't seem good. It must have been a Leaf thing that led to a Panther goal. Maybe
He wouldn't be talking about the Panthers like that. It's got to be a Leaf spinner.
Yeah, if it was So
Well,
anyway,
he's a professional though. He doesn't take sides.
right?
That's fair.
It's true. It's true. From there, this is fucking
Oh.
embarrassing.
Oh dear. Now he's.
That's not very professional.
Do you, think, do you think that's Florida being a
He
greasy?
must be drinking.
It's not very professional at all.
And that's when Uncle Jay reached for the brown liquor.
So again, I don't have these time stamped. I can't say
No, this is good. It's even
exactly.
better.
It
Yeah.
feels like it's not going well for Toronto. However,
Let's keep going though. It's
yeah,
gotta
from
get better
there.
than this.
Marner can only play the game one way and one way only. When the going gets tough, a no-look spin around backhand up the middle is all he has to offer. It's impossible to win playoff hockey with that. The harder it gets, the worse he gets. Nothing will change my mind.
So he's not a Marner.
Not a Marner guy. That is consistent with
I'm
Tuesday.
guessing Marner did the no look.
Feels like you can kind of
Ooh, yeah. Good work there.
So yeah. Well, he's been moderately critical of Mitch Marner in the past.
Opinionated?
I'd say he's stronger than moderate.
Yeah.
He's been quite critical.
He had
rightfully
a,
so. What do they got? 9 years in a row where they bowed out early, and these guys have wilted.
You know, he's watched him closely.
Yes. Yes.
Let's
This
go
is not
back.
new to him.
Yeah. We can go back to last year.
Last year.
I'm not sure where it was in the run of the playoffs
Probably
for the
doesn't
Leafs,
matter.
but this was from a
Well, I know where
La Quinta Inn and Suites.
it would be round 1, Dean, because that's of course
It
where
would
they
be
find
round
out.
1.
Yes.
Here's Jay 2024.
I look at Mitch Marner and the breakdown on some of his shifts, and all I can think is, who do you think you are? Are you too good to stop and start? Are you too good to get back into your fucking position? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Are you too good to try? Do you expect everything in your life just to be given to you because your daddy has told you that you're the greatest thing since sliced bread since you were 5? Who do you think you are? I watch these shifts. You want $14 million a year to play, and this is how you show it? You just expect everything? You just expect everything? You expect everything to happen? You expect everything to be given to you? You chicken shit? Who do you think you are, you entitled little prick? You don't even have the guts
okay, so
to fucking
like I
tell
say,
Tone and tenor.
like I say, moderately critical.
He's just getting warm. I don't know. What do you
Yeah, I like
him
that
off
you
there?
said, well, why couldn't Uyghur maybe be traded? And you took heat. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's a different
Yeah.
level. But you know, time moves on.
Mhm.
we grow older, and
everyone's looking to get better, Dean.
Now we kind of did see the tweet thread. It
was moving in a particular direction.
Yeah. This is from last night, the Rosehill rant of 2025.
Oh.
Has one style of play and one style of play only. And when the going gets tough, all he has to offer is a spin around, no look, backhand sauce up the fucking middle. And that doesn't cut it in the playoffs. You can pull that shit off in the regular season, but you're going to get the best teams with their best preparation playing their best hockey in the playoffs. And when Mitch Marner runs up against that, he has nothing else to offer. Those fucking pirouettes that he does in warm-up is how he wants to play the game. How do people defend it anymore? He doesn't have any other layers to his game. He is one-dimensional. He doesn't want to get hit. He wants to hit his breaks. He wants to do shit from the outside. He wants to be fancy. That's all he has to offer. Like, how much more do you need to watch?
Still somewhat critical.
He's forming an opinion. I don't think he's
it's coming together.
Collecting information.
Do you write a thesis?
Yeah, wait for the summary, the conclusion here.
Or is that what obituary? What do they call that? My daughter, I was in the kitchen cooking last night, and I believe it was 2-0. And she's like, I gotta clean my room and get ready for the track and field or something. She comes back down. It was like 6. She's like, oh my God, what happened?
Not good.
A lot happened. Well, why don't they put in the other goalie? They did.
Probably going to.
I don't know. Were you watching in real time?
No,
because
I was listening to Joe Bowen.
Jeez,
it was.
I didn't get a chance to go and look for the clip because I didn't think you'd be able to find it. You'd have to go through the game itself. But it is before, I believe it's the Bennett goal, which made it? Is that the one that made it 6?
Yes. Turnover in the slot.
So they got Matt Murray in net.
Yeah.
Like, Matt Murray hasn't been in a crease since the bubble in 2020. And he's got his back, so he's kind of getting his
gear on,
ready.
Getting his walker and his trapper, and because he's just gotten into the game.
The helmet on.
Just give me 1 sec here. Let's go. Ready to go. Puck drop. Sing.
Oh
dear.
Son.
I was just setting my
if only you were prepared.
Not a nod that I was ready.
If only you'd had a moment to prepare. 6-1 was the final, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
They got one
right here. 6-1 final.
They just never said die. 6-0. You could have thrown in the towel. They weren't going to give up.
They did get that one.
Yeah, Alex is in here, and Matthews has been better.
I don't think that's the point.
It's not the
sure.
yeah. I mean, there's blame to go around for sure, but it sure feels like Matthews is hurt,
and was lost the playoffs.
Yeah,
and they injured their top goalie.
It was
in last
no
year's
good at
playoffs,
Four
too.
Nations, and was no.
Yeah. I mean, those fellas, they need a moment that says we can do it.
Now that we've gone through all that, can we go back to the Rosehill tweet number 1? Just because we now see how the night ended. This is fucking embarrassing, and the post-game rant and all of that.
It's called a lead sentence, Dean. That's the beginning of
That's
the story.
right.
They're really going to hook you in, and here we go.
But at the same time, it wasn't like that all night. There was some
Well, here we go,
folks.
It
doesn't get much
bigger than this.
How does the juju go away? Like, how do you?
That's a hopeful statement. I don't think he's reporting on juju.
We'll have a pretty good idea who's taking the series after this one.
I know, but he had good juju, and then at the end, it felt like he didn't have good juju.
No, maybe it was the 6-pack of pucks in the net.
Right.
Well, lucky we're unbiased and we don't get emotionally invested in anything we report on.
That's right.
Jay, you could learn from us.
They got to work on their spells. I'm looking up juju here. Amulets, spells, objects, religious practice, Nigeria, Tongo, Ghana.
I'm just curious how you get rid of how
I was going to say, what do you need to do?
Like in Austin Powers, they stole his juju with the
blood sacrifices.
I was going to say in Major League, remember, they were going to cut the head off a chicken.
Yeah, you need blood sacrifices.
I'm fine with that because you can fry that bad boy up.
Right.
Buttermilk. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't doing it right, whatever they were doing.
They weren't brining it probably.
Now, Craig Berube does make a good point. If they'd lost 2-1 in triple overtime, it's still just a lot.
Oh, he's so smart. What a deep comment.
It's kind of like the assists always lead to a goal.
Jack, just press pause on everything so we can all kind of just absorb that state. Like, oh, thank you, Craig.
But I do wonder if you had a heart-wrenching close game loss versus the just flush it and everyone's quit on you already. Are they looser now, or because they still like it's like we're talking like series is over, and it's not. It's close, but they have to win back-to-back games.
Like the facts are, they are down 3 games.
Yeah. And so, would you
The
rather?
facts are they've not scored. Well, they did score, I guess.
But
They can't score. The best players aren't scoring. They're not helping. That's it has. Yes, you can win the series, but I think you're missing
Like
unless they win the series, and there's one fucking way. Sorry, they'll win the series, and that's if their best players actually show up for a big game, which they've never done. This is the problem. I don't give a shit.
I
don't care. Yes, it's a 2-1 overtime loss or a 6-0 loss. It doesn't matter. Yep, you're right. It still ends up being 3-2. But there is something to be seen, but you didn't show up again.
Again, another big spot where you didn't. I just think like the only reason I bring it up is because everyone's quit on them. No one out there is saying
they quit on
they're
them.
okay. And so I just wonder if look, they're very, very unlikely to win this series. Florida's an excellent team.
That's the rub, right?
Like they're the defending champs, and they've got more gritty dogs than any team this league's collected in years, right? And so that's that. But the way they lose, everyone's quit the Leafs. And I just think it'd be really easy for Craig Berube to say, boys, like we're already out. Like we got tea time today. Oh shit, we're playing? I've been reading the press. I thought we were already eliminated.
So
let's go and have some fun, boys. No one believes in us.
Sure.
Whereas if you lose 3-2 in overtime, you're like, fuck, we were so close. That stings. It's just pain. Same. I don't know.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I get what how the coach wants to spin it or whatever the media speak with it.
Oh,
The
no
problem
pressure. Why
is-
is there pressure? You've lived in the what do you? So the pressure bothered you last game, so you weren't good enough to actually perform, and now there's no
On
pressure.
the road
so you'll be
facing
good.
elimination.
What happens in game fucking 7 when you're
Well, then
back
the
in
pressure's
Toronto
back
and the
on.
pressure's back? Oh God, well
Then-
we can't play that.
Then you need a new speech. Yeah.
Like, what are we
Speech only
talking
works for
about?
game 6.
You know, the other part, and it's more than one thing, because obviously Florida looks great in the they just
Well,
They do.
Bobrovsky's back too. He looked
Bobrovsky's back,
dog
and
shirt in the
that's
first
the
2
thing.
games.
At the other end, I don't know if Stolarz would be any better, but they're not getting good goaltending anymore.
Second year in a row, their best goal is got
There's
hurt.
some
in the postseason.
soft goals, or at least goals. That's one that Blank would like back. That's what they're getting again.
Well, they didn't get it that in game 4.
They have
I'm
2-0
just-
lead
I'm
in
not
game
willing-
3. Yeah. No,
There's
we're not
too
taking them
much-
off the hook.
yeah.
We're not taking them off the hook. They have been a team that has failed to get over the hump in the postseason and looks like a shadow of themselves in the playoffs compared to the regular season. None of that's changed this year.
Yeah.
It's been 9-10 years, and they've been through the first round twice, only to get pumped the next round. It looks like twice.
I grabbed just
Okay.
some random ones. They're not overly.
I got memes for
salty.
days on the.
Oh, do you?
Leafs.
Okay,
The
I'll
memes
just-
are memeing, but
I grabbed some tweets while I was
Good,
getting
get
the
it,
Rosehill collection.
Yeah.
Just how some of the Leaf fans are taking
Dealing.
this post game. And again, I don't know who these people are. Maybe there's somebody. Wall for Vesna. Not sure. Maybe want to
Leafs
change
in
that.
0. That's
Yeah.
like hell of a-
Lost in round 1 in 17. Lost in round 1 in 18. Lost in round 1 19. I don't know 2020. Blow 3-1 series lead in 2021. Lost in round 1 22. Destroyed in round 2 23. Lost. Don't ever tell me to be positive again.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 9 years. This
Yeah.
shit.
And somebody else had said, and those are the good years out of the last half century. Like those are the playoff years. That's
Well, I mean, and that's the argument, right? Like, because man, like what you would give to say, like, you go to a team like Buffalo and be like, imagine being in the playoffs for 9 years.
yeah.
But then talk to this fan base. There's no one more miserable in the league. These fans are more miserable. Than
There is a
Sabres
tipping
fans.
point. Where is it?
Yeah, it's the Sharks did it.
Where
right?
are you more miserable?
Yeah.
Not making it or making it and just knowing you have no chance.
Yeah, it's a different type of futility. It's a more painful type because you actually have belief.
Yeah, it's way more painful. There's hope when hope's torn out of your hands. It's harder. There's no hope.
Hope's a horrible thing.
Yeah. All right.
Sabres fans don't have hope. They're
You got to
smart.
push that down.
Check that's just push it down. Maple glazed. Mikko Rantanen has 8 goals in his last 6 playoff games. Mitch Marner has 7 playoff goals over his 6-year contract.
Ouch.
Make of that what you
See, and I
will.
think that's the bigger consternation from Leafs fans.
Yeah, these big high paid guns that negotiated
Oh.
for huge dough have failed to show up when it matters the most.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah. And there is okay. Well, Austin Matthews' cope is hilarious.
What's that word mean?
He may not be scoring, but he's shutting down the opponents. Congrats, you paid $13.5 million for Philip Deneau. Somebody responds, "Don't disrespect Philip Deneau like that ever again."
Oh.
Again, not letting him off the hook because he does.
They scored 6. I don't know if anyone got shut down last night.
Yeah. And you only scored 1 from Robertson.
It was the Dusters that got him last night,
Yeah.
too. It wasn't even the top of the roster, guys.
D are crushing them.
Boquist, 2 points. Ekblad,
Yeah.
2 points. Schmidt, 2 points.
Is there any more? Is that not sure if there's more.
I will unload the catalog in the Pinder Report.
The Maple Leafs will absolutely win Game 6 in Florida, and then they'll come home for Game 7 and lose in overtime on an AJ Greer goal from a bad angle.
Yes.
This is our fate. Fuck my life.
Yeah, see, that's bingo. I love that.
That's
I would. Jack and I were talking about it. If you're just on Team Chaos, you need the Leafs to win Game 6.
for sure.
Because it's just the roller coaster. You just thought you did the big drop, and now you're climbing again, and it's an even bigger drop.
I'll be honest. There's times where I've taken, and it probably feels like if you're watching this that I'm taking pleasure. I'm really not. I wanted Toronto to win this series, and it's nothing against Florida. It's just at some point, don't you want to see the fall, the victim
My
rise
hatred
up?
for the Leafs has dropped off significantly
Because they don't win enough. They
There's
don't
no
matter.
hatred. Yeah, when you go half a century without winning,
And if you really hate them, they're not even getting close to peak pain here. They haven't even gotten to the conference finals to lose.
Yeah. So that's
there would be interest. It would get. I've said it all along. It would be annoying because of the coverage they get and all the BS. If you paid attention to it, would be mind numbing if they did well. But I don't hate the Leafs. The lineup, the way it's rostered.
It reminds me of the
people-
Capitals before they won.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're like, these guys aren't winners. We had to pick Ovi versus Sid. You had to pick a side. Screw Ovi. He's the Russian. We love Sid. And then after like a decade, you're like, this guy's pretty awesome. And everyone has painted him as a loser. I'm kind of in here to see him win. That'd be cool.
Well, okay.
Right?
A month out from now, are you really interested in watching Carolina go after it? Like, no. Or I would prefer the storyline of the Leafs. Like, I'm shutting the TV off if Carolina's in.
Carolina's
right?
like modern day New Jersey Devils hockey.
Yes.
Yeah, like Lemaire hockey.
And they're good.
They're very good.
Canes, but I don't care. I want to be entertained, and the Leafs doing well. At least there's a storyline there.
So we've heard a lot about this backhand spinorama back pass.
It's not
thing.
pretty.
It feels like it's a good candidate for Warner's whiteboard.
You mean Rhett White's board corner?
Rhett's whiteboard corner. So you see Mitch Marner is at the bottom of your screen, bottom left, number 16.
Right wing.
He will be the puck carrier.
He's got the puck there.
Taking it out of the defensive zone.
In good shape here. Look.
Stop. Oh, too fast.
He is quick.
Okay, keep going. Stop. Guy's got a good stick. He's back checking. Doesn't give him the outlet play. Okay, slow. Stop. Go. Stop. I actually don't give a shit about the pass. He makes an attempt at a pass. What the situation he was in? He could have flipped it up the boards.
It's still a neutral zone turnover.
It's a neutral zone turnover. So my point is, he got the puck out of the zone. This is the screw up. This the head, or it doesn't give.
We can recover from this.
This is not. Yes, first you lose all 3 guys in the neutral zone, which shouldn't, but whatever. I'm not. It's all on. I guarantee you right now, he's not in the picture. Number 16 is going for
yeah.
He's
wearing it.
He's beating himself up right now and has forgotten that he's still playing hockey. You're fine. Right? You're fine. I don't know who's the Leafs defenseman defending there.
Ekman Larson.
He's fine. He's actually taken away the pass to Barkov.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that Marner's there, so trusting that Marner's going to have the backdoor pass taken away. Guy go by him is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like it's not like there's 2 guys racing back from the red line in and he's trying to catch him. He's in position.
And he knows he's there.
Yes.
He almost plays it like he has no idea the guy's going to the net.
You're fine. Just pick the guy up.
Yeah.
100%. That is you hate it when I say it. That's the toughest market to play in the league.
It's only tough if you allow it to be tough.
Right. And so he's a guy that hasn't been able to overcome that, clearly. Like he's in Utah, I think you have a much more at
You're
peace
right.
with
It
his
is
existence.
the toughest market to play in, but you're also a chicken shit, and I'd say a different word if you can't handle it. So you don't have to.
Yeah, you're a pro athlete.
You don't have to fucking pay attention to the media.
Yeah.
Like it's the easiest thing in the world. Off. Oh, but you're walking down. You can't go to the grocery. Then don't go to the fucking grocery store. You can afford to have things brought in. It's not like you're there all the other side of it is you don't get the accolades and the love in without the so quit whining is my point about it. It is the hardest place. Too bad. Then leave. You could have left 2 months ago.
Yep. You chose this path.
You chose it. So that's the part that I struggle with is, well, it's hard. No, you're choosing to stay there. I guarantee you walk into Treliving's office or who was there before at any point in your career and say, I'm having a hard time with this.
Well, they asked him a few months ago.
I know, but I'm saying if this has been bothering you and you can't handle the pressure of it.
Totally.
There's a room upstairs. It's got a sign on it. It's GM.
They'd be happy to.
We can move you today.
Yeah.
We'll send you to the quietest market out there. No problem.
There was some of that being made last night as well. As this guy with the no move nixes a trade allegedly for Rantanen, who's now playing quite well.
Well, that has nothing to do with Marner.
No, it doesn't.
It has something to do with Marner. If he's, and I don't know if he is, we're saying it's the hardest market. Maybe Marner doesn't care. Or maybe he just doesn't care about winning. Like
that's the other thing. Maybe I don't think that's it, but yeah, it could be.
Could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with how good Rantanen's playing. It has to do if Marner can't perform because of pressure that's put on him on his home team or the team that then it's his fault. Then it's his fault. If you can't perform in that, you had ways to get out of it and go find a way to perform.
You control the whole situation.
So don't ask for sympathy. If that's not the case, then maybe you just don't care about winning. I don't know.
Like we'll have a whole whack of time once they're eliminated to talk about it, but it just because it feels like it's over. It's just like I'm trying to envision what would have to happen for them to bring him back at this point, and I can't come up with anything. He's got to be the best player 2 games in a row, and they beat the Panthers.
And the issue would be that you'd have to give him the no trade move again, and then you're just
no, you're getting married to him if you bring him back.
I'll pay you to come back so I can trade your ass.
No, that's not happening.
And if he's there's exactly that.
He has to be the best player in the type of games he's been the worst at 2 times in a row, and for them even to be a sniff for him to get back.
It's so odd to me because it's like, who cares about the? You can tell it's the pass that rattles him, right? I don't know. Am I wrong?
I like what you said. It makes sense to me.
Right? It's not make the pass. I don't care. You're chipping it out. You're making it. That's a high skill play that I would never try. And I don't. But the point I'm making is it gets out, and you are so beat up in your own head, or so weak in your own head that you're
already defeated.
You've quit on the play, and it's not like what?
It's interesting because I did not see it that way, but I do think you're right. Because you'd look at the pass like, what are you doing? There's 4 other skaters in blue jerseys that can
100%
help bail you out of a bad play. Bad plays happen all the time by players.
And again, it gets sealed off. Like chipping it up the wall is the same thing. You're giving it to them in the neutral zone.
And credit Flora, that's a pretty good transition play. Like they turn it up in a hurry and it's back in.
It is a quick transition, but it's a standard transition play on a turnover in a neutral zone where, right? Like the big F up is Marner allowing the pass and just falling asleep. Stop. Where are the D going for the Leafs? Like who blows the zone? That's fine. Is that Riley joining the play? And again, I'm saying that if you want to break it down to the smallest of details, well,
and you're maybe not expecting a button hook there either. If you're Riley, you think, okay, we've got the puck. We're getting out of the zone. We're moving.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just curious why it ends up being Marner. Okay, so he's joining the play. He's expecting the puck to go up. It does go up. Stop.
And it almost hits Matthews as well.
That's Matthews. Where's the other?
So that's Nyes Matthews.
So that's a defenseman on the far side
corner.
That's okay. Sorry, I thought it was the close, but that was Matthews.
Center.
Now it's coming back.
Yeah, Riley's done the back check now.
Yeah, got it. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. You're allowed to physically touch a guy on a 2-on-2 when you got him covered, right? Like your job's to take him away.
That guy's blasting through like he's supposed to, and Marner.
You need the next goal there,
and it's so amazing that it's Marner's and Matthews on the ice.
And what's crazy is it did feel like curtains, but that was at the middle point of the second. 3-0's
But
not
they hadn't-
insurmountable. It's
No, if
for a
that's the
team.
Oilers, it's not curtains. It's this group with their DNA. It's their curtains.
But even that, they score goals. Like Nylander,
Wow,
like
this
they've got.
time of year.
I think you have to stop yourself. I agree with you. You've got half a game, and they should be able to score goals. How was their performance up to that point?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They've been down 3-0 in a lot of games the last 9 springs. They
They're
haven't come back
comfortable
in.
accepting defeat when it's hard to go get victory.
Yeah.
Like if that's the Panthers trio, it's not over. If that's the Oilers trio, that's not over. Dallas, no. Carolina, no.
And until those
Toronto,
guys
yes, that's over.
start stirring the drink in the playoffs in games that matter, then just
Yeah, there are 2 teams right now that really seem to be finding their game and are pointed towards a collision course again in the Cup final. Because the Oilers,
that's it.
The Oilers went through Vegas with very little issue for the most
knife.
part.
I think Dallas looks unreal, and I think Carolina isn't pretty, but they've been incredibly effective. I think the 4 best teams are clear right now to me.
Sure. But they're until the Panthers are beaten and the way they look like that's they're not just a hockey team. Like they're a band of they're
a tough out.
They're a
that's
pack
a
of
gang
dogs. Yeah,
of
totally.
hockey players.
Mhm.
And
I don't think Carolina's been challenged at all.
I agree. Easiest path
for good or for bad.
Easiest path, but they also have lost twice.
Yeah, we've
like they're good.
I've not watched any of their hockey.
No, they're impossible to watch.
But I'm going to guess that
they've got great goaltending. They're deep as hell. They work their tails off, and they are super structured. They don't give you anything.
Yeah,
I mean, it ain't pretty. I'm not encouraging people to copycat them because the league will get boring, but that's a really tough out.
So what do we make of the Oilers? They beat Vegas in 5 with.
Yeah, if you're counting on Skinner to look like Skinner, this is probably a series, but he's gone back-to-back shutouts, and it's over now.
Yeah. Or is this Skinner?
No, Skinner's hot and cold. We've seen it for 4 years. He's just hot right now.
So this is Skinner.
Yeah, and so does cold Skinner show up for game 1 of round 3? Like, I don't know. Like,
that's funny.
Like he's wildly inconsistent, and what you needed to do was get him partnered with somebody that you can put in when he gets cold, and then when Skinner's hot, you ride him. That was supposed to be Jack Campbell. They flushed $25 million. Pickard's done a decent job, given that he's been a 3 most of his career and cleared waivers recently. But like, if Skinner's going to be a go-to guy, that changes everything. Because they couldn't start him. He's 0-3 before game 4.
They're through Vegas with relative ease,
and the big guys weren't huge.
And
like,
I know
Eichel did a great job on McDavid.
Yeah.
They didn't score a lot. Like, it's the depth that really separated them from Vegas.
I know you were talking about it. They ran Vegas's show.
They intimidated
Game 4, yeah.
In game 4.
Yep.
And then last night it was, and I don't know, with no Ekholm, and you watch, it's still Vegas to me. Are they a high-powered offense? Are they hard to shut down? Because you give credit to the Oilers defense. That was a low-event game last night.
Yep.
For the most part. There were some scoring chances, but Skinner's stuff was fairly routine. At the other end, Hill makes the one save off the break from Draisaitl.
Yeah,
but it almost feels like we will score enough goals. Don't give up goals.
They figured that
play
out.
defense.
Yeah.
We'll get goals.
I said this 2 weeks ago. I don't want to talk about it.
They look good.
They're good.
Yeah, and Howden misses a backdoor tap in on an incredible play from Michael. Carlson hits the post.
You can break down every game in small
there's
details
chances the other way too.
Yeah.
But like, if you're Vegas, those were chances that needed to get finished.
Who
Period. Stop.
Can they lose? Can the Oilers lose? Yes, they can. They look good.
They look
They're
good.
the first team through. They look good.
The funny thing for me is, like, you'd think this would be like a great exoneration of like what they did this summer. Watching that game from the press box where Jeff Skinner, Vic Arvidsson, and Ty Emberson, they're 3.
This is your love affair with
It's
just
just-
beating them up.
I know
though.
it's-
That's
no, it's
fine.
wild. It's wild.
So you can critique that.
No,
but
so,
guess
so what I'll
else they
say,
did?
what
They-
I'll say is Klimberg off the scrap heap, incredible turnaround. Kapanen waivers, incredible. Troy Stetcher is running through walls right now as a smaller human on that. Like, they've just said, we're going with the dogs that are going to fight. We're not interested in Jeff Skinner's skill. We're going to go with the guys that are going to run through the walls for us.
The Klingberg.
It's incredible.
It's been a revelation.
He was a healthy scratch for the first 2 games of the playoffs.
So is Kane coming off an injury.
Yeah.
10 months of not playing, and then I don't know what was wrong with him. Even was
They had two things, then they milked one so they could LTIR him the whole year. But yeah, that's what teams do. I'm not mad. The Oilers fans always filled their diapers when Tampa and Vegas did it, but they finally figured it out. Mike Smith pretends he's hurt.
I'm just
when
saying,
he
it's
retires.
whether you're off for a month or a month is a lot different than a year.
Yeah.
And he was off for almost a year.
Yeah.
It's not easy anyway.
Yeah, and they've done a good job of sheltering him. His zone starts are as high as they get in terms of ozone, but he's doing his thing.
I have no problem. You're in the playoffs. What are you doing? He's contributing to win. Corey Perry, it's fountain of youth. He's at his best. He's the best Corey Perry at this point.
He
Probably over
turns 40 today. Somebody
it's unbelievable.
Wild.
And they don't have their best defender
Correct.
in Matthias Ekholm.
But I'll tell you what's happened though is what all good victorious teams do. They all get on the same page and pull on the rope together, and that's what's happening. They're reading off each other. They're playing as a unit.
They're literally rolling four lines.
And McDavid's hurt.
Is that why he's not scoring?
He looked slow last night. Something's not right.
Like McDavid slow or slow?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, so
He
he's
looks
normal
slow.
speed now.
Oh, so still.
Got it.
I'm
faster
telling
than
you.
normal.
So he's 98th percentile fast.
No, I don't, because there was one he came to the bench. He'd been either taken down or fell down. You could tell. Ginger is the word I'll use. There's some ginger.
Gingerly moving.
Yeah.
No, they look like a weapon right now.
They do.
If you're Dallas, it's like you don't want to avert your attention, but take care of business quickly.
And it's interesting, just being on, again, it's social media, but just beyond that, everyone is Dallas. They really feel like Dallas has moved on already. Are we all
just like we've talked about Florida this morning?
Yeah,
same.
I just don't see it out of the Jets. That
I like some of those guys. I hate their goalie.
If you can't win on the road, that makes it difficult, even with home ice.
Well, they're at home tonight, but the goalie is just.
I just wonder too. Sorry, Ryan. The goalie hasn't been good on the road, especially. I guess the numbers at home have been fine, but I think that's more of a team play scenario than him standing on his head. But regardless, you watch the Jets during the season, you're like, that's a good hockey team. I don't think they can elevate. I think they play a certain way, and it's good. I just don't know if who's taking over for them.
Yeah, Lowry is not a prolific point getter, but you need guys to play like him that are prolific point getters. And I don't know that Kyle Connor, Nikolai Ehlers,
Shifley,
Josh Morrissey,
talking about
like those
Shifley?
guys can play hard enough.
I thought Connor's been good. He scored some goals. Ehlers,
they're a very good team. I think they're overmatched by Dallas.
But that's the trouble, is those guys have kind of been producing.
They've been fine.
Ehlers scored the other night. Shifley got involved. Connor's been scoring.
Shooting the puck a ton.
are
Morrissey
you
helped a
hearing
ton.
their names? So if Shifley's gets, maybe I'm again.
I don't disagree with you. I don't know that it's weird because you're watching a team like Vegas and Winnipeg where they have good players, but it's not about their stars. It's about their group. They play as a team. And Vegas, we need somebody to step up here. Winnipeg, you need somebody to grab a hold of this because your team play is being beaten by the other team.
There's a difference between points and team play too, right? Like the Oilers bottom guys, depth guys that we've made fun of. This is stupid. Why would you do that? They've contributed offensively, but I think they've had more impact on physically and game management and game style wise. You know what I mean? And the points have become a result of how they've controlled. Are they controlling the puck? Are they controlling the offensive zone time? Are they playing against the other team's top line and hemming them in their own zone?
Yeah.
Those are the differences.
50-50 pucks. All that stuff. I just honestly, I think Winnipeg's a good team. I don't think they belong when you start looking at the Final Four teams. And they don't look like a President's Trophy team to me.
On his head.
Because here's the thing. Their identity was a Vezina goalie. And I don't even the books never bought it. They were never favorites to win the cup. They had the most points in the regular season. They're a good team. I picked Dallas 10 times out of 10 over this team. Like Rantanen is literally taking over games, and the goaltending edge is Dallas's way when it should be Winnipeg's.
And let's not fool ourselves. The hockey gods gave Winnipeg a second round.
Yeah.
Right? But you're right. They did both these teams, but
more so
Dallas had a tougher competition I hate to say that because I think Colorado's better than St. Louis.
Mhm.
But what happened anyway?
I agree. Honestly, like if you watched round 1 with the St. Louis Blues and asked someone that hadn't watched the regular season,
controlled the
who's the
series?
higher seeded team? One of these teams are the best in the league? You're like, well, it's got to be St. Louis, I think.
Yeah, who controlled most of that series? It was St.
Who
Louis.
was more physical? Who dictated the terms of play? Which team had their goalie pulled 3 times? Like
Jets, Stars, Avalanche were all tied in the regular season with 277 goals.
Jets, Stars,
Third
Avalanche.
in the league, yeah. So it's not like
No, they should be able to. But
there's offense there,
can you elevate?
but it also feels like, I don't know. If Hellebuck's a bit better, it's the whole thing changes. You play differently.
I just think this is who he is. Like, I don't think he's built for playoff hockey.
it's a Mitch Marner type of scenario.
And it changes a bit. Like, you get more traffic, it's quicker, and you have to fight through more.
He
screens.
does.
That's not things he's good.
Who
at.
did we
He's
have?
not good
on?
moving laterally.
He's not moving at all. It's
Noodles.
Yeah.
And I'm not a goalie guy.
It's
but-
kind of it almost like watching Aiden Hill, who's got a cup.
Mhm.
Aiden Hill's
He's not athletic.
No.
He's a blocker. He's a big body and makes saves, but there's not the athleticism there.
This is far and away his worst postseason. We looked at the numbers the other day. He's got sparkling numbers his last 2 playoffs, and this
Who's
year
this?
they're
Hill?
pedestrian.
Yeah,
Because Hellebuck's just always had bad playoff numbers. This ain't new.
yeah.
I'll give Aiden Hill the benefit of the doubt saying he's having a tough year. But like Hellebuck, I'm waiting for a good playoff year.
Isn't it crazy, right? I don't know how many. When do you get to that point where you're like, that's silly? Come on, he's good. He's too good for that. Then it's 2 postseasons. Then it's another
It's
one.
3.
When does it become
That's just who you
fact over opinion? It's like, yeah,
You don't make.
you
the
don't
difference.
really.
You're not making the difference that we need you to make. That's
So there you have it.
are. And he's about to win his 3rd Vezina?
Yeah.
well, and again, it's like you said about
English.
Florida. Well, like, the
Yeah.
other part of the Jets
Unanimously.
issue is you have to beat Dallas 3 in a row.
He will be the only active netminder with 3 Vezinas. And he's just been an absolute normal ass human in the playoffs. Below average.
What do we
Does
got
it feel
tonight?
like Dallas is about to lose 3 in a row?
Washington, Carolina,
doesn't.
Dallas, Winnipeg.
Yeah.
We get the
Yeah.
Are we
Kane's
of the
looking-
opinion? Sorry, Ryan, but are we of the opinion? Happy to move on now. Like I don't need to see more Dallas, Winnipeg, I don't
North
need to
Carolina,
see
Washington. In
Carol-
fact, we never wanted to see it.
Flip.
But you want a game 7 Toronto, Florida?
I would
yeah,
be
I'd
okay
take
with a
that.
game 7 Toronto, Florida, but that's still a 3. Yeah, like
That's the entertaining storyline here. Like,
But I'm
far
not-
away. All that scar tissue for the Leafs, the defending champs, 2-0 series lead. You know, these losers can't win.
I don't see Winnipeg winning 3 in a row, so don't even prolong it one more game. I don't see Washington coming back on Carolina, so it's like let's move on.
You
from
hope
here.
it. Yeah, you hope it builds for a good round 3 because sometimes round 3s have been a little lackluster.
Well, and don't go kick the shit out of it. Don't get tired.
yeah.
The other, like,
Get through.
Let's have freshness.
If you want a
for
good
round-
series at the Oilers, you need Dallas to wrap this up quickly.
Yeah.
They've got Heiskanen back. They've got Robertson back. You don't want the Oilers on 6 days rest and you played 2 nights prior. That is a recipe for and again, this is a rematch of last year. Stars had the great start to the series. Oilers had to figure out their CC Nurse problem. They separated them.
What a
Broberg
band.
came in, emerged,
CC
changed the
Nurse.
series.
Yeah. Didn't he play guitar for Poison?
Deadly solos.
Something like that. Something like that. Those are the opening statements for our friends at McLeod Law.
You missed the Kovalchuk speeding tickets. We got Peter Klein learning Russian quickly. He's got
Oh, really?
151 speeding tickets.
He's off to Novosibirsk or somewhere.
He's
to-
probably St. Petersburg.
to
He's
defend.
Kovalchuk's got
Okay,
some
yeah.
money.
Yeah,
Or Moscow. Moscow.
You know what is coming up? It's get your beef at Bonton for the long weekend.
Oh, yes.
It's a beef weekend.
all beef.
Today is Thursday.
It's time to sort out your weekend, fellas.
Figure it out. We'd like to give you a little bit of a heads up, a little bit of notice. Now's the time. Call Greg. He'll back up the first of 3
Semis.
refrigerated trucks to your door. But it's a long weekend. What? Going to be rainy? Going to be chilly?
What are we doing?
Barbecues are hot.
Weather.
You could do a roast.
We could
It's
do
good
it.
roast weather.
It is roast weather. Dean.
Jack, are you smoking anything this weekend?
Oh, my buddy with the smoker's still in Italy.
What a loser! You got to
No.
steal that
I
smoker.
might just sneak over
Behind
there.
bars? Like, what is
He's at a
what's
wedding
he
or
still
something.
doing over there? No, there is nothing like walking in the house to the smell of a roast in the oven. Oh man.
Make some beef gravy.
Yes, sir.
Some Yorkshire pudding.
Some stews out of this somehow. Is that possible?
Mash.
You can, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna do your prime rib, you got the bones. Maybe you're keeping the bones. You boil them. Sons of. What's up? And of course, as we know, their potato salad.
Don't talk about
I've
it.
never heard mentioned. It's a butcher shop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a meat
It's a
shop.
meat.
First
market.
rule about potato salads: you don't talk about potato salads.
I guess so.
Second rule about potato salad: you don't talk about potato salad.
Yeah, poor Greg. Potato salad. Guys. They are the very best. Bonton Meat Market, 28 Crowfoot Circle in the Northwest. You know, because we were talking about something which we'll get into later. And Ryan and I were talking about, get hot dogs or whatever. It's like, well, it's Bonton. It's kind of fancy. Yeah, they've got the best. It's the AAA, but they've got
You got all your meats.
you get all your meat there.
Yeah, you can get everything.
I mean, you aren't getting deli cold cuts or stuff like that, but I mean, yeah, get your smokies there, get your sausages, get all of it there. AAA Alberta beef, pork, free range chicken, turkey, Alberta lamb, milk fed veal, 20 varieties of in-store made salads, delicious desserts. You come home, what do you got? I got the roast for dinner. Oh, what are we gonna do for salads? Got it.
Covered.
Okay. Dessert done.
Ooh,
Do you like cakes and cheesecakes? You're good with that?
I
Yeah,
love
got it.
cheesecake.
that cheesecake's good.
It's your one-stop shop to impress everyone this long weekend. Proud to be Calgary and Southern Alberta's Consumer's Choice Award winner for Best Meat and Deli for 24 consecutive years. If you don't believe it, you can do the math. You walk in and along one of the freezer cases.
About when do you lose count though? Like
I've already lost.
even if
count,
I'm
yeah.
counting some.
Yeah.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 10, 11. Was that 11 or was that?
I count that one twice.
And much like it's not bragging if it's true.
That's a good point.
And if they give you a plaque, which they do, what are you going to do?
Not hang it. Come on, you got to
You're
hang
going to put it up.
Yeah.
Like it's AI sending these plaques
That's
out?
right.
Please.
sir.
I gotta text Greg.
I got an AI update for you, Rhett. You're gonna love it.
Really?
I didn't realize you and Josh Allen were so similar.
That's true. Yeah, I saw that this morning.
excellent.
Both into AI. Thank you, Greg. Thank you for taking care of us this
What are you
long weekend.
giggling about, Jack?
I've seen the video.
Yeah,
I've
you've
seen
seen
it
the
yet.
video. Bonton Meat Market, 28 Crowfoot Circle. in
Shovelers
Northwest.
gonna love the.
I don't need the shoveler hanging out with Josh Allen if that's what you've AI'd.
What are you talking about?
Stop. Behave.
Bills fans.
What else is new? What have I missed, Jack? Give me the Jack update.
Yeah.
He's bald.
The Jack report. Are you bald?
Did you shave your head,
Take your
Jack?
hat
I got
off
a
with your
buzz
stupid Boston Red Sox.
Holy. What do you? You got a Yankee
down
hat.
the
You got
wood.
a Red Sox hat. You got your Pirates hat.
I
Well,
tell-
I'm
All of
collecting hats that aren't Pittsburgh Pirates hats
He's collecting them all.
until they sell the
The
team.
whole set. Remember the Happy Meals at McDonald's? You try to collect all the
it.
toys.
Is that what it is?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
He's a couple down. He's got 28 to go.
You're one of my favorite humans. You really are. You're one of my favorite human beings.
What did
it's
you
a,
miss?
It's a tough go for Pittsburgh right now. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been a tough go.
Did they sign Rodgers yet? Or?
But they play the Jets week 1, so
He
someone
doesn't
thinks
care
it's
because
happening.
he's not a Pittsburgh fan. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't matter. Yeah. So like seeing
Good
Sid look
story.
so good at the Worlds and
I haven't watched a second.
doesn't matter.
Nope.
That's probably good.
What about you, Boom? We gotta get filled in on your trip.
That's a good point.
I mean, kind of nerd trip, I guess.
It's good.
You don't come across as a nerd. More of a bump on a log.
Well, you know what it is?
Jeez.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's, I will strike you as someone that it's probably not a lot that makes that guy happy.
That's great.
What? You know, it's not.
You do strike us that way.
You know?
Always bubbly and you're like
Yeah.
champagne. Just
It's like
blow-
so to be into something. No, there's it's this band I like, and that was why I was going to Chicago in February. I had tickets there.
Before Red told you to cancel that trip.
Well, I think I said I underestimated the not cheap getting to Chicago. I just remember United flies multiple times a day. Hop on a flight, you're there in a couple hours. Oh, Jesus!
so after COVID,
But you did kind of in February.
windy,
Well,
cold.
But yeah, Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit. That's my favorite band. And shortly after they announced that, it's like, oh, now coming to Western Canada.
Oh,
Like,
thank
well,
you.
that's great. Where are they
Perfect.
coming to Calgary? No. Well, Edmonton. All right. Saskatoon. You know what? Some people,
If you don't do,
they'll go and see, Grateful Dead or whatever. They'll go and see multiple shows. It's like, what the hell is it?
So you're hanging out with Jason and the band backstage?
No.
Slugging some whiskey
No.
together?
I was a.
Your
See,
homies?
usually I'm a VIP.
At the triplet things in Montana?
At most events I go
At
to,
the
it's by
influencer events?
invite. And hey, come on back. Hey, you don't need to stand in line.
out of the way.
You're a big
Boom's
deal.
here.
You come back here. So I bought tickets and so I drove to Saskatoon, which is still far.
Great drive.
They got mosquitoes yet or no?
Great drive.
Great drive.
Oh yeah, front of the
Mosquitoes already
vehicle's
in?
just plastered, which is good, I
Already?
guess, because that means the plants are healthy and stuff. There's, I guess, I don't know. And then, as I told you before the show, the next show was going to be in Edmonton a day later, or a day between shows.
Mm.
So, okay, am I going to spend that off day? I'll stay in Saskatoon and enjoy or just drive to Edmonton and get to Edmonton.
Right.
I chose to go to Edmonton.
That's a dicey decision.
It's kind of the same. It's not a lot of, I know people aren't going to like hearing that. It's just there's not a mall with a boat in it in Saskatoon.
Is
An
there a
ice
boat in
rink.
that mall?
Anyway, yeah, so then went to Edmonton, went to the show there.
well, they're in the same longitude, Dean.
Yeah.
Was it just a yellowhead trip there?
It is.
Did you want to stop in the Battlefords instead? Or no?
Oh, stabby. Very stabby. Ooh. You got to be careful.
I was, yeah. Yeah, I didn't stop for gas or anything. I just went
Stabby.
right through. So yeah, then went to the show in Edmonton, came home the next day, and then yesterday went to Vancouver for the show. Or 2 days ago, went to Vancouver for the show, flew back yesterday.
Yeah, this is Jack. Don't ask him about this. Is
Flew out, flew back.
I went to
I like
some
it.
What was the best show?
some duster
Ooh, good
fucking
question.
show that nobody
Jeez.
else wanted to go to.
And venue
come on,
sizes were
Red.
similar or not?
Yeah, theaters, soft theaters.
So like 1 to 3,000 people?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know what they hold.
And you were at in Vancouver, the
Orpheum.
Wicked venue, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
See, no, it's cool old ballroom, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Very neat. Very neat. Vancouver was the best show.
Yeah.
If anyone was
And-
asking, he pulled out the bangers.
Played the hits.
Yeah.
Trying to show off for the big city.
You'll be
girls.
surprised though, because he and his wife have broken up.
Oh, that's a shame.
And one of probably his most his biggest song is a love song.
Yeah.
He's not doing it anymore. At least not on this tour.
Oh, he's still
Cover Me Up. He's not didn't do it on any show.
scar tissue.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame that he's a musician on the road in big cities and doesn't have his wife. He's single now.
He's
weird,
actually
weird.
he's
Tough
not
go.
single. He's actually
So he's in love again. So he's
in love
idiot.
again.
So he's an idiot.
What a loser.
So you're cheering for
Oh,
the
of
idiot.
course Boomer likes
Way
this.
to go, Jack.
Oh,
get me
he-
the. Let's go for a
He
drink.
just got
Done.
shackles off and he's right into another relationship.
well, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for him.
What's the Reddit saying?
I'm gonna find you. It's just
Which fan board are you on to?
no. I'm gonna get just now that we're actually into it.
Oh.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Yeah, let's
This one
follow
he
it up
doesn't
and
play
drag it out.
Open and close now to minding the flame. She speaks in a whisper.
got a fucking lisp.
calls me by name.
Watching language.
Says I remind her of Calgary where she was raised.
Where she's raised? Calgary.
He's dating a Calgary girl.
Ah. Why didn't he come to Calgary?
Oh,
Or did
so
he?
He's
good.
coming to Calgary during Stampede, and I also have tickets.
Okay.
And
No
in
surprise
Regina,
there.
and I'm going
So
again.
you just confirmed you are a mopey prick. Listen to that bullshit
Oh,
music.
boy.
Oh, my god!
You're allowed to have ballads.
It's a love ballad.
Play. CC, get some Poison ballads out there. Let's play those ones.
Every rose has its thorn,
Yeah,
Red.
that's good. This is
Every rose has its thorn.
Boom, I love it. I wish I was that
Thanks,
passionate
Jack.
about something.
Did you go solo to Vancouver? Or did you bring your wife to
I
Vancouver?
took my wife, the
Yeah,
lady,
okay.
the woman I live with.
She's yeah, okay.
Well, I bet she was pumped.
Come on, it's a weekend trip to a concert in the
Yeah,
Vancouver.
so
It
that's
wasn't even a
great.
weekend. It was fly
Dump
Tuesday
ass.
morning, fly Wednesday
Yeah, okay,
morning.
take that part back.
Fine, I'll go with you.
I did say to her, I'm like, you must like me, eh, for some of the stuff that you end up
Put you
doing.
through.
Because like you got no
Just-
interest in any of
I
this.
said, "Shut up, fat boy."
That's right. Uh,
Calgary way.
Listen, I know you're happy for me, even though you're acting like you're not.
I'm not happy for you. I'm just appalled that Jack dragged this into our show today, and we have to discuss it.
Rhett's getting hungry, but I'm happy for you.
I think you would like King of Oklahoma.
I'm sure I would, and I'd go to Oklahoma to witness it.
Denver and Denver's. Allentown.
Let's go to the show in Calgary.
I'm not going
Come
to
on.
anything with you.
Stampede?
You can take your wife.
Well, I am. I've got tickets, but it's general admission. I think there's still seats.
I'm not standing at any stupid con.
Stampede, what day?
We'll go have whiskeys. I don't know. It's one of the big four.
I got a DJ techno show I'm going to one of the nights. And
Yeah, I'll see you there.
yeah, disclosure.
All right.
Good for you, Dean.
Thanks, Rhett. I can really feel that.
Proud of you, Dino.
Yeah, really feel it.
Love you, boom.
Let's do the Pinder Report. Presentation of Village Honda. Yes, sir. They want your pre-owned vehicle. I mean, they're not going to be pushy about it. They're not going to be like door to door, like knocking, because that's the worst.
Don't come to my door.
Don't come to my
I'm in
door.
gitch. What
And
are
I'm
you
just
doing
not
ringing
saying
my
that to
door?
Village Honda because they don't do that, but people that are coming to your door for
Oh, no,
stuff.
that's what's good with the microphones and the doorbells. Get the
Yeah. Problem is now that it's warmer, the woman that I live with, as nice as she is, she likes having that door open and then the screen down on the screen door to let some air in.
Right.
So if somebody comes to the door, rings
You're
the doorbell,
bewitched.
the door's open, so somebody's home.
What do you do when you're running around in the nude and that door's open? People are gonna.
Not a lot of nude at my
Oh.
house. Day or night, sadly.
Oh, you got that sleep shirt.
Ah, big moo.
I you know what? Do I still have it? I guess we go through cleaning out. I'll keep it because I've talked about it. People don't know what we're talking about. That's
Some
such an
people
old
do.
Pinder Report. Village Honda, they're the best. You love them. We love them. Go see them. Sell them your used car or buy a new car.
Both.
Both. You could probably do both.
Doubleheader.
Yep, do it.
Oh, that's
It's the Pinder Report.
Flames Nation, let's head over there. What are the Flames writers writing about? What's Rhett got AI ready? Because look at this. The Flames could have multiple prospects in the Memorial Cup.
more people. I don't know.
Oh, you know this guy. You watched him play last week. He was good.
I'm talking
Rasmus,
about the writers.
a goal. Liam,
You love Adrian Kiss.
maybe you've met him. Maybe you haven't. Who's to say? Happy anniversary, fellas. It's a tough day,
Thanks.
but it's a great day, but it's a tough day. It's an emotional day. Kind of felt like the last page of a chapter in hindsight.
Well, my favorite part not my favorite part, but it's obviously it's Game 7 overtime. The most replayed goal of Johnny's career comes in a Flames jersey.
Hell yeah.
That's such a great moment. All of that, and I told Rick when he was here and we had him on the show. Rick Ball, so many play-by-play guys. Like, this is my moment. This is my signature call moment. What's my call going to be? What am I going to say? Jack, can you back that up one more time and just listen to Rick Ball? Because he lets the moment be the moment. You can always bring the viewer or the listener there. He did all of it by just letting it breathe.
Then he ran to Chicago and ditched us.
He did go to Chicago, which I've heard is cold in February. And
Thanks, Rick.
Pro's pro.
Truly, it makes my skin crawl sometimes, but it's like, God, would you just let it? It's a massive goal or a massive
Let it breathe.
point in the game. I don't need to hear you. A Calgary clinching, conquering, clunching. Shut the fuck up. Let it breathe, stupid. Miss you, Rick.
Love Rick.
Love John Abbott, but miss Rick. Just as a
nothing
guy. He's a
against
great
John.
guy.
Johnny hasn't had any playoff games to call yet. Connie's working on it. Oh, yeah. We'll keep moving.
Sorry,
Back to me,
yeah.
Dean.
Ryan, back to you.
Rasmus Anderson, captain of Team Sweden.
Oh,
Nice little goal here. Old Captain McCaptain. There he is at the right point.
He's a captain.
Look at
Better
this.
sign
Sneaky.
Thought he was hurt.
Sweet. Lovely.
Isn't he hurt?
Got a broken leg.
He was healed by the end of the year. He was actually taking morning skates and optionals.
Look at that.
Did have a broken ankle, which is crazy.
Good Levskus.
Anytime you can score on Latvia. It's interesting. This
I wouldn't want to
Rasmus is-
whiteboard that one.
No, I think if you want to live in Riga, there's job openings, Rhett.
Yeah.
I
They
love
could use some
Riga.
whiteboards.
I would
Riga's
listen to
unbelievable.
shitty band in
Yeah.
Riga.
I think there's a Medicine Hat Spokane clip maybe coming up that you won't want to whiteboard either.
Yeah, they could use your help too. There's
Yeah.
a lot. In fact, let's go there now. That was over.
I'm not whiteboarding anything. That
Sweden.
team is
This is in
gruesome.
Spokane last night. Andrew Basha, an assist. 5-2 W for the Tigers. 3-1 series lead. They can wrap it tomorrow night. It's a 2-3-2, 3 games in a row in Spokane. Medicine Hat wants them all.
How come you dummies don't have any tweets that are good? Like we got to go to Pike all the time?
They're Pike bombs, and he's better than us at this. Stay in your lane.
Mhm.
Why would I be trying to one-up Pike when he's better than me at this stuff?
Just put some effort into it.
I was tweeting about Marner going to the Golden Knights last night. Okay.
What's your Twitter? What's your
I don't
what's
know.
your
Right,
position
okay.
on that? You lost your login? Right.
I get distracted.
you logged onto your internet?
You don't get emails on your phone? We have the Basha goal, I believe. Let's
Do we have it?
If you've not
We don't
watched
have
any
it.
of this hockey, it's been on one of the networks.
it has
and
TSN. Yeah.
It's quite high flying. Maybe zip it around pretty good.
That Calgary power play is really good.
We don't have it.
Jack, let's roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
There is
Jack.
no tape.
Oh,
Right,
no.
how does
Ryan, back to you.
How does this happen when you number them all
Every day.
every day and then they're
Oh.
just not there?
Well, at least he's not saying it's your fault right now. Jack.
It's somewhat my fault, but he's the last person to go through the entire
There's some
list.
real growth today.
Back to me, Jack.
I'm glad he went-
Let's head to the QMJHL finals where the host Rimouski Oceanic.
More
Oh,
Pike
Rimouski's
balls.
back.
See,
Facing
Pike's following
Etienne
everything. You two are
Morin
going to some
and his
duster
Moncton
concert.
Wildcats.
Goal and assist. Let's roll the tape. Etienne Morin.
Back to you, Jack.
Back
Morin.
to you, Ryan.
All right.
Bye.
Back to you, Ryan.
If necessary, game 6 and 7 would be Sunday and Monday in Medicine Hat, by the way, for the Western Hockey League Championship.
Tremendous.
Okay, action last night. We talked about it. Leafs collapse. That means many things. But more important than any else, for our entertainment's sake, the memes were memeing hard last night. It started with the Panthers. This is from their Twitter saying, yeah, we could just go straight to this 3-0 series deficit or screech, win 3 in a row, take the series 8. Good. But here's the thing, Panthers, social media team, Leafs Nation will out-meme anyone. There's more haters walking amongst them than anything else. Let's start with Steve Dangle watching our Warner whiteboard clip today. He's a lot, but he didn't let us down here.
Mitch, what was that? Here come the Panthers off a spinny backhand pass, and they score. Mitch, what on earth are you friggin' doing? What was going through your head when you did that? What is your major malfunction? What made you think
This goes on for minutes.
that was the
I was going
move?
to say this is
It's kind of a
probably
shtick.
I've
but,
seen enough of Mr. Beast.
Yeah, that's so that was the play. And then, okay, now here come the Spider-Man memes because there's a lot of
Do you actually like these? Like, do you find
it's a
this?
meme.
I
It's a meme.
understand. Just because it's a meme doesn't
No, I
mean
mean,
it's good.
I never really thought about if I liked it or not.
Okay.
I chuckle and I send it to Jack. If I don't chuckle, I don't send it to Jack. So yeah, I
Okay.
guess I kind of liked it. There's just a lot of Spider-Man.
See,
I
what
think it's
this
kinda
is,
what makes
Rad,
it funny.
is in a Spider-Man episode.
Mhm.
There was
I've
somebody.
seen the episode.
There was
No one was
somebody
funny.
dressed up as Spider-Man.
This is my era.
And then Spider-Man encountered the fake Spider-Man. I said, wait a minute. If I'm Spider-Man, then who? But you're, so there's that confusion. So these are all the playoff failures. So 2025 is saying to 24 to 23 to 20. Well, wait,
Mhm.
But why didn't they do more
then-
Spider-Mans? Because one of them is 1, 2, 3, 4 Spider-Man.
Yeah, that guy
it got a little lazy for the 13 to 19 stretch.
I'm just
a lot of
saying-
Spider-Man.
I'm just saying that this is effing terrible. But if you like it, it's just a Pinder Report.
Back to me, Rhett. Let's go to they're handling it well. I didn't see this coming. Carlton the Bear has been humanely euthanized.
Oh, poor Carlton.
You need scapegoats. Someone's going to take it.
Is that from the actual account?
It's a really good Photoshop. That's what that one is. The
Carl.
core 4 taking it in the teeth here.
Mm.
The core 4, yeah, not good. Marner's legacy in Toronto going to be blocking a trade for Mikko Rantanen. I am broken inside. Okay, that's tough. Was close. Although Treliving, you got to get used to those close to getting the deal done, didn't get it done. It's another one you can add to the Eichels and the Stones and on they go, right? Yeah. That you wouldn't wave.
Kadri the first time around.
There's the core four when the game gets big. I like this meme. Dean, do you have any paper towels? Mitch Marner. We've got more Mitch. I'm sorry, Mitch. It's what do we got from Mitchy now?
For those that are just listening.
Oh, there it is. Mitch Marner under
peeing on the
pressure.
floor.
And
I
then
feel like that one's not.
Yeah, I tried to
you don't
skip
like
this one. Yeah,
No.
I mean, come on. Who signs up for that? You're an idiot. We can't make fun of people being idiots. That's what the whole internet is.
Can you explain this one to us, Ryan?
No, I
this-
feel like we
This
should
is the
move
go
on.
down to the Titanic
Oh.
and something I built at Home Hardware. Like, come on. That wasn't going to end well. We'll move back to me. Austin Matthews wasn't great either. He had a tough playoffs. What about Matthews? Got to have some sort of Matthews here.
No Matthews.
Jack, roll the tape.
Back to you, Jack. Thanks, Jack.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe a post.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's Austin Matthews. When the playoffs get around, watch those handles. No.
Oh,
Is
another
mm,
one.
yeah. No,
Yep,
no,
no,
mm.
no.
This is our boy DJ Khalid, I believe.
It's not.
Yeah. Better in the regular season, they'll say. Good news, though. Anthony Stolarz is on the ice today, hey?
Right.
Gotta love that. Oh,
Oh,
I doubt he'll be going for game 6, though.
Well, I like the honesty.
Well, I hope he's some of that.
Yeah,
Look
actually,
over
I'm
here.
starting to worry.
Look over
Like,
here.
is he okay? Like,
Well, it's clearly a head injury, right? Like you get bumped in the head twice, you're puking. We're talking about brain trauma. I don't know. You need to give that time. Sure, he feels fine, but it's like,
no, they have a completely different approach to it nowadays, and I'm not lying.
I don't pretend to be an expert. I'm sure they do. They've held him out. He didn't travel last time. We'll see if he goes down for game 6. They could use him. He's their best goalie.
that was game 1, was it not? Or was it 2?
That was,
Sorry to put you on the spot. I've been
I
away.
think, game 2.
I've been gallivanting. And I'm not saying,
Because the news was traveling.
Hey,
to
you
Florida.
should-
It's game 2.
yeah, you should run your goal. That's not, but this series has looked a lot different since Stolarz has left the net.
Wall was very good, I thought. In
Also
coming-
looked different because Bobber played goal in the last
Yeah,
game.
Bob's
he
really
was not
escalated.
good.
The gap in goaltending has swung big time. That's fair to say between the two teams. So yeah, we'll look forward to more memes that Rhett doesn't enjoy
Well,
following game 6.
some
I
of them are
do.
fine. It's just
I'll say this: I enjoy the.
It's the internet, right?
I enjoyed this. His dislike of
Yeah.
the memes more than the memes.
Again, the friction is the special sauce on the show.
Yeah.
Vancouver's hired new head coach, Rhett. Not you.
tough boy.
Adam Foote, he does look tough.
They
Jeez.
asked, who would you want to be like? I said Adam Foote.
Really?
Mhm.
Because how much older than you would he be?
He was a few years.
5, 10?
It's not like it was a childhood idol.
No,
Yeah.
you would have played against him
I
in that
don't
final in
idolize
'96,
anyone.
right?
I sure did.
What was the? Because I remember it was Foot. Was he
Ugh.
traded back to Colorado?
2 tours? That sounds about right.
Because I remember he.
Why do you care?
Well, it was in Calgary. It was they. Foot is coming in on a private jet. He will be here right before game time. And what are we talking about here? Is this the greatest player? And it's Adam Foote.
It's Adam David Vernon Foot.
Is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Bernie.
Good to know.
He spent 2 years in Columbus, then came back to Colorado.
So that's what it was.
Traded halfway through his third year in Colorado and played another 3.5 in
Adam is on a private jet. He will be
Jet.
Where did he
here right
finish?
before game time.
Colorado. 39 years old he played till. Started at 20 in Quebec, finished at 39 in Colorado.
Not a lot of coaching experience.
He was a special assistant to the Avs for a long
He
time.
was coaching in Kelowna too.
Kelowna, he got turfed when the team wasn't doing as well as they should have.
Gotcha.
It's not a huge, it's closer to the Marty St. Louis resume than you probably hope if you're a Canucks
I'm
fan.
thinking, well, he was around the last couple of years with Vancouver.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that going from assistant coach to head coach is like fucking building a rocket ship compared to like he was around it? He sees what
No,
everybody does. It's not.
All I was just, if it's more the team hiring him
I-
in terms of just head coaching experience.
So this is what I was getting at. I'm guessing Hughes had something to do with that.
Huge. He had said he's my favorite coach. He's the greatest coach, talking about
Yeah.
Foot's defensive zone stuff that he was teaching him. Everything in Vancouver is about one thing right now, and that's keeping Quinn Hughes. I think they're futile in their efforts, but if you're thinking that didn't weigh incredibly,
They could go get Mitch Marner
No.
in the offseason.
they could.
Play with Petey.
Center.
A couple of go-getters.
Couple of playoff performers.
Well, and old Rutherford can actually talk about Mitch Marner without getting fined because he's a free agent, I believe.
You see our
As
boy.
opposed to talking
yeah.
about players that are under
No one even
contract.
find him. Like, it's just crazy old Jim. Isn't
It's true.
that wild?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Connie did that. They'd be like, this young guy doesn't know the rules. GMs can't be talking like
Yeah.
that. Oh, that's just old Jim.
That's old Jim.
Crazy old Jim.
Well, unless we went and got his brothers.
You know, he wants to play with Luke and Jack.
Could we cut the
Do you see it? I sit down with Brunt recently?
Who?
Jim Rutherford. Only saw the first clip of it this morning.
Is
I
that right?
may have just
I
dropped
thought
it.
we were a big Brunt supporter too.
Yeah,
Where the hell
huge.
is
We
he
gotta get him on
gone
to talk
to?
about it. Monday, let's get him. Monday's a holiday.
He's dusted us off.
No, he doesn't do that. He loves us too much. Oddly.
I can't believe you haven't had him on.
Okay, so Adam Foote, you like the hire, you don't? I'm confused because here's the thing. We watched assistant coaches forever take over and fail miserably and talked about how tough that transition is. But he's the former player, which some of these guys weren't. When you talk about Playfair after Sutter, Golitzin,
I think that
Ward.
organization is a disaster, and you have to be a head coach at some point, and probably that's what happens. But it will be no good. But
yeah.
Well, what they
so
do with
should he
their head
not
coach?
turn it down. Like,
I thought Vancouver had a head.
Yeah, you missed a bit, I guess, didn't you? He's in Philly.
Oh,
Yeah.
see?
He's reportedly making $5.25 million a year on a 5-year deal. And there was a new high bar raised this year for average annual value of a coach. Someone finally eclipsed Babs and Babs watch from Toronto when he signed that monster.
the hell do
5-year
we
deal.
care? Has nothing. Doesn't
I think
affect-
you should care.
go
You're
get
closer
as
to
much
coach
as
than we
you
are.
want.
Yeah, love it. It's just taken a decade plus to get back to where Babs set the bar. Mike
In
Sullivan
fairness,
in
Maybe
New
that's
York.
why.
maybe.
because I know where your appetite is and how you feel about it. Would be hard to go from this salary to an NHL.
Yeah,
You
big pay
don't
cut
give
would
up
be
on your
tough.
passion projects, Dean. That's
It's a lot to swallow. Your lifestyle being what it is,
Tough pill.
but sacrifices for what you love, right?
That's what they say.
Good luck, Rhett.
Back to me, Dean.
Back to you, Ryan.
Tonight's games, 2 of them. Let's go. Talked about them real quick. We'll remind you what's going on. Canes are about to extinguish the Capitals, who have looked very meek and muted in the second round series. Oh, they won one. Cute. Carolina looking for back-to-back 5-game series victories. They can do that tonight. 5 o'clock, night game. Staving. Jets, a loss away from a lot of questions. A one away from stretching this to 6 games. Dallas has looked great.
one of the best 8 teams in the league, and you guys are going to beat up on them. My goodness.
President's Trophy winners.
Can you win the Conn Smythe in round 2?
Well, round 1, Miko was pretty damn good
Like,
too. He had the
it's-
back-to-back hat tricks in game 6 and 7.
Because it's not close right now.
No, he's
Guys.
got to be your betting favorite.
Jeez.
Yeah, no question. Schedule release day was yesterday. The NFL was made a big deal of it. I don't know how, but anything the
Bill's
NFL touches
schedule
turns
is
to.
terrible.
Well, so what we'll start with is the Chargers one because they always do the stupid
We
videos.
love the Chargers.
Do you mean the release or the schedule?
the schedule of the teams they play?
The opponents. Yeah.
Mhm. So they did this in the form of Minecraft.
The
thank
video
you.
game.
I was going to say Fortnite. It's not Fortnite. You can scan through it quickly, Jack, but you get the point. They do a little scene for each game. They run through the whole schedule. La-di-da-di-da. There's Justin Herbert. They're playing in Brazil week 1. Look
Sao
what they're
Paulo
doing. Blah, blah, blah.
Is that what it is?
Sao Paulo, September 5th. Yeah.
Oh, look at the teams.
These are all the teams are going to play. And so along the way, there's all kinds of little Easter eggs. This is obviously the Denver Broncos they're playing. They're hurting
Which they call donkeys.
they do call them donkeys. There's Dan Marinara, the Marino ship. There's Tyreek Hill going to do something stupid. I'm sure they've got,
That's Mike McDaniel sprinting.
thank you, Mike McDaniel, swimming away from the interview. I guess on and on it goes. Easter eggs throughout. Let's show you some of those because, again, we could do the 2 full minutes. but
The
you get
Steelers one
point.
is tough, Jack. They make fun of their
We got
record.
it.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's
We are there.
Sorry, Jack. I see. We're
This
doing
is Dallas they play. So we're going to show you some of the Easter eggs. That is apparently some viral video of a guy who went off on general manager Nico for trading Luka Doncic. So they put him up on the Jumbotron, and they have defense wins championships on the other screen there, which of course Dallas hasn't had a good one for quite some time. Let's continue to move. What else? Oh, the somehow, some way, while making fun of the Vikings, who lost their starting quarterback to Seattle, they've got an 8-time quarterfinal runner-up for the Minnesota Wild, losing 8 consecutive first-round matchups. That's a stray that catches the Wild.
That is a stray for sure.
Oh, Steelers is pretty good. They definitely understand what we know, which is what Jack knows. The track ends at 9-8.
Yes, it does. And then when they get to the end, it's like contend or rebuild. Which way do you go?
Yeah.
On and on it went. Bills did a good job with theirs. I'm going to make you watch this because, again,
I'm not upset with this. I'm saying the actual schedule. There's no good cities to go watch the Bills play in.
We'll talk about it in a bit.
They play in Pittsburgh.
No good cities to go watch the Bills play.
We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one, Jack. I'm sorry. Let's go to Josh Allen, Brett Warner wannabe.
Just use AI.
AI.
The following video was made with AI.
AI. Anyone to use AI?
Use AI or the real AI?
You're the only AI I know, dude.
Okay, so we got the real deal. Let's do it then. Here's the schedule.
There it is.
That was the 2025 Buffalo Bills schedule presented by the answer, Allen Iverson.
Look at this. It's AI. That's what Rhett wants.
We need more.
Well, I should play that part. Because he says to sorry, Jack. Sorry to put you on the spot.
Schedule presented by the answer, Allen Iverson.
One last thing. Can I get a go Bills?
Go Josh Allen.
This, you know what?
Okay,
This is
pause it there.
so. This is the schedule. What's the problem?
Walk us through this.
Walk Warner Reds whiteboard
so
corner.
you can see the ones with the bright blue are home games, and so you're looking at the away. You don't like the slate.
Jets, gross.
New York City.
Atlanta, bleh. Carolina, boring. Miami, oh, that's
Okay.
standard. It's always there. Houston,
Let's go to Houston.
Houston's kind of mad.
Houston, Texas.
It's Houston, not Austin.
We'll go.
It's true.
We'll go rodeoing.
There's a lot
We'll
of-
rope some
some dance clubs. in
Phillies.
Pittsburgh, no thanks.
No.
Boston?
Boston in December.
And it's not really Boston. It's Foxborough.
How far is that? by
And
the
it
way?
takes 17 hours to drive there and back from downtown because
Okay.
the traffic's so bad. Wait, Cleveland. Oh,
You got to be tough.
the same as Buffalo,
But
But-
Yeah.
check
called-
out our two buildings.
but called Cleveland. Oh,
This guy's got at least
what
two
a
DUIs.
terrible schedule.
Okay, Miami in November 9's got to be your top seed, but as you say, they play them every year, so that's not new. You're down on Atlanta. New York in September could be really nice. Summer's too hot in New York. That's actually a good time to go to New York. You could watch Yankees too.
It's the Jets.
It is the Jets.
Like,
We'll go
There's
see
better schedule.
and
CJ
again,
Stroud?
the Jets are always on the schedule as well. So that's not
You're
a
right. They're not in LA. They're not in Arizona. They're not getting any
No.
good weather aside from Miami.
Oh, sorry.
Feel
buddy.
free. Right?
Thanks, guys.
What about the Steelers schedule? What are they?
Who cares?
Why would we? Because no one likes.
Oh, Jack loves the Steelers. Come on, guys.
Oh, I
You
thought
know
He give up.
So
on the
let's
Steelers.
get Jack to just walk through really quickly. First reaction, win or loss. Week 1, Jets.
Week 1. Who's the quarterback?
You have to answer now.
Rogers is the
hold
quarterback.
on a second.
You can't.
Oh
do
no, it's
this.
Baltimore. Sorry, yeah.
What, Red?
I thought it was nothing.
They don't have a
I
quarterback.
effed up.
We'll go win, loss, win, loss. Oh, I'm going down. I
Yeah,
gotta go the
wait a
other way.
minute.
So
I'm
you
like,
lose the bye week.
whoa.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
whoa. Let's go the other way.
Okay.
Beat
Why
the
are
Jets.
we doing this?
I don't know.
You don't like this? No, there's
Yeah.
9 and
do they
8.
get?
9-8. 9-8.
Yeah.
Well,
But I'm excited about
Sorry,
a couple
Jack.
games.
the
Okay.
pundits are not into the 9 and 8. I'm going to give you a little freeze
Well,
frame of what's
yeah.
being talked about on the old NFL talk shows. Look at the bottom chyron. Will Mike Tomlin and the Steelers start the season 0-6?
Oh, go back to the other one. Let's see who they play.
0-6.
Let's break this down.
Poor Mason Rudolph.
Oof. I mean, who do the Jets even have? How do you lose week 1?
I think they start 3-0.
How do they not beat New England? New England's not good, are
Seattle's
they?
just okay.
Quarterback's
Vikings are
not
there.
bad.
Browns?
3-0.
0-6 is a tough. I don't know how you get there.
Yeah. They're piling on your team, Jack.
They do it every offseason, and then they finish 9-8 and lose in the playoffs.
This sounds like a guy who's got some pride in the steel curtain.
Tons of pride.
It's the roller coaster. We never
So
know.
you're back.
Charlie pride. Got Charlie pride.
And do you see that little flag on September 28th? That's when Jack goes to Ireland and gets hammered at the Guinness Brewery.
I got 4 games to go to this
Play
year.
in Ireland.
Dean's Bears.
When are you?
Right.
Where are you and Dean going? When?
That's in Chicago, November 23rd.
Yeah,
Wow,
and
that's
then we're going
straight to Pittsburgh.
Oh, wow.
To play the Bills.
The Bills.
And you and
Wow, and that's American Thanksgiving.
You and I, November 9, we're going to LA. That'll be fun.
I got a busy November.
That's Sunday Night Football.
In LA.
Oh, baby. Excited for you, Jack.
I'm excited too.
I'm happy you're excited.
9-8, eh? I don't know that. Dean, takeaways from the Bears schedule release.
It's a lot of, some of them are at home.
Okay.
And then there's some others that are on the road.
Do you have a highlight aside from this Pittsburgh game, November 23rd?
Man, Thanksgiving's always such a great weekend.
Who do they got there?
That's who they always play. Don't be stupid, Ryan. Back to you.
Back to me, Dean. One other nice takeaway. The Raiders had a special little skit for the release of their game against the Chiefs. Now, what do we know about the Chiefs? A bad one there. Got a bad brew. Yeah. Here we go to the referee's locker room for the Raiders schedule release.
Hey, where's the flags?
Grab one there. You can grab one over there, and you need a penalty flag over here. You see up here. There we go. There's one here, and how about here? There's one here. Good reaction.
Chiefs week 7 and 18.
I see.
Very subtle.
That's Penn and Teller.
Yes.
The league's not going to like that, Dean.
No.
It's schedule release.
What are they? I mean, because are they suggesting something?
Oh, I wouldn't suggest anything involving the referees and the Chiefs. That'd be hogwash. Jack, back to you.
I can't wait for the Chiefs to get absolutely
Well, the last time we saw them,
they're going to get steamrolled this year.
Yeah, they got pumped real good, didn't they?
They did.
It's going to be great.
Finally, there is one result we really didn't talk about last night. So let's close the Pinder Report with another victorious night in the Moss Pit. Oh, good. Oh, good. It's happy.
Why do you fight?
Although we're in the same colors.
You won, and you're all cheering for the same team.
You literally advanced. What are we doing?
You live in Edmonton. That's why.
Gosh. Issues.
Dean, we know the answers to these questions.
Yeah, but we got a big mall. Back to you, Dean. That's your Pinder Report for Thursday.
Parking spot.
Brought to you by Village Honda, part of the Wood Automotive Group. So you kind of maybe meander through the lot up at the Northwest Auto Mall and so maybe why don't we go and take a look and see what's at our other dealerships? Other dealerships, you say, yeah, that's right. We're part of the Wood Automotive Group.
Because I wanted it in red. I really like red. That's my color.
Come on in. Take a load off.
All right.
That's fine. Let's strike up a car deal today. That's why I think this kind of weather, that's good car deal making
good.
weather.
It's good.
It's good karma.
Yeah. Real
Take
good.
a shovel if you need to.
Real good. So, like, for tonight, I know for myself, the kids' softball game has already been canceled.
Already? That's great. They usually make you wait.
Yeah.
What a great.
Just the diamond conditions are so
quite often they're ignorant about that. But
sloppy job. You know what it is? The city's in charge of a lot of those fields are at. And of course, as you know, the city freaking Nenchi.
The city got a lot of curse words out of rat yesterday.
What did the city do?
The city, I get it. It was my own. I'm part of the problem. When you go to the wrong rink and you're running behind.
Yeah.
Those construction zones.
They pop up then and only then.
Only then and then. Yeah. And there were a lot of them.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's a season.
Kind of like an outbreak. Like it's spreading like
and you want it done because it's going to make things better.
Oh, yeah. 4 lanes on Deerfoot. Love it.
You know, I do like that Stony Trail. So if you're heading north on Stony, when it cuts down to 2 lanes, that was brilliant.
Where does it do that?
Oh, it does. It does. Because, I mean, it's new, right? Like they spent a whole bunch. But there's a nice little section there where we'll.
Is that to the old Deerfoot, or sorry, the Glenmore
Remember?
terminal?
Yeah.
Billions and billions, billions and billions.
Let's build it 3-lane, but going both ways, except for this little section.
Knock it down to 2 and really mess with him here. Red will be screaming. He'll be punching the steering wheel. It'll be
Because
perfect.
then we can come back and do it again.
You know where a good one is?
Mm.
Is when you're hitting basically east. And I guess it's Deerfoot.
Yeah.
And you're turning off to go on 52nd towards Mahogany or whatever. And it's backed all the way on.
There's only one exit.
So you got 2 lanes going 110. And then the next lane is at a dead stop.
That's safe. I love that.
Ying, 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 ying. Friggin' Nenshi. I guess the point so 5 o'clock. So you're at home. There's no kids
I'm
sports.
not at home. I'm at
It's Carolina
Trico
at
and
Washington.
Jack Knight and Crossfield.
Who?
Great spot. They got nachos, popcorn, anything you need. Go
Really?
ahead. Sorry, Dean.
No, please continue. Nachos and popcorn?
Yeah, right in the same
Wow.
spot. And the hot dog roller.
The roller.
Yeah.
I'm going to practice for them.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, update.
Is it?
Love it.
You were saying something, Dean?
No, I was just is
are we
that
doing?
going to be enough to get that Carolina Washington game on my television?
Nope, it's not, and that's okay. You know what? You focus on that roast from Bonton.
Yeah.
I think you'll be distracted.
I feel like there's still enough.
I feel like
There's
you'll be
always
distra-
something on
there will be-
YouTube to watch.
There's always something better than probably.
Set aside some time for the Jets and our new favorite team, the Dallas Stars.
The nice thing about it, Dean, is they break these games down into a highlight reel package.
Yeah.
This is a 5-minute one.
You don't even need to. We're not talking about that series.
It's too bad in a way.
No, it's
playoffs.
They've earned
I
it.
think so.
They've earned it.
Do you know anyone that's brought it up in your life
No.
or world? So we're just part of the norm.
Yeah, if you want me to break
Majority
down
rules, Dean.
the Spanish third division soccer league, we could, but no one cares. Same as this series.
More memes.
It's more memes tomorrow.
So where's Vegas now? In their
Stone was hurt.
because
Here's
as
what's
we know, the
Yeah, but
Flames
that's
have
not
this
gonna
pick
change.
coming up, right?
The Flames have an unprotected first of theirs next year. And so what you would love to hear is that there's lots of players that were playing through nasty injuries and there's going to be long recovery and they're not going to be sharp coming out of camp. But it's Vegas, so they'll probably send someone to Siberia and bring in Mitch Marner and give him $14 million and be good. That would be a Vegas thing to do, right?
Yeah, because they looked very ordinary
They did.
here.
They got bullied, and that's the first time I've seen that team get pushed around.
Yes, that's kind of their MO.
Right. They're the bigger team in theory. Haig was clearly playing through something significant. Petrangelo wasn't quite right. But yeah, I'm sorry.
They
they're-
look beatable.
Yeah.
That will. I wonder if that's going to be an interesting thing for Flames fans to follow next season.
I think it'll be an interesting.
It's a McKenna year, right?
Whether
So-
you're a Flames fan or not, I think it'll be interesting because they're not ones to sit on their hands.
If you can somehow get that pick and or your own into the lottery, crazy things happen. We saw the Islanders, go up a ton of spots to pick one.
Well, we could save the conversation.
Get all summer.
Why don't you give us a teaser?
Just a tease?
Yeah.
Nick Suzuki.
Yeah.
He'd be helping them right now.
That's my point. We've praised them for being aggressive and going for it.
They got a cup for it, right? I don't think they'd trade it. But
No,
you're
you
right.
wouldn't trade the cup, but you may have had the cup anyway.
I
don't
think
know.
Petrangelo wasn't even there when they won it, if I'm correct. But point being is they were going to be hyper focused on the present and they weren't worried about futures. And every single first rounder they've selected gets moved eventually. Brandon Brisson was the latest. It's they don't draft and develop. They move assets out and bring in guys in their prime.
Not a lot going to change with them. I'm just kind of looking at their salary structure.
No, but it might change because he wants it to change.
Oh, sure. I just like who are they losing? They're not really losing.
No.
Riley
not in
Smith is a
trouble.
UFA, Brandon Sod, Victor Olofsson, Tanner Pearson.
But you do have to look at that and go, we're not good enough, don't you?
100%.
I worry.
That's where they go get Mitch.
Aiden Hill.
I was just going to say, are they happy with their goaltending? Because
Well,
Marc-Andre
you're going
Fleury,
to find out
they just
real.
signed him.
Yeah, I know, but you're going
sure, but how much?
you're going to find out whether it was a 2 or 3 year.
His new deal kicks in next year.
How much?
6.25.
Yeah. So you could go roll the dice on a $2-3 million.
Samsonov is a UFA. Akira Schmid has 1 year left, 875. So whatever. But yeah, it's they signed Hill this year.
They'll go look and try to roll the dice on a Vladar type guy and hope that they can get something. So, yeah, I guess.
Interesting. Because the thing is, we don't wish bad things upon people. But for a Flames fan, if it was a rough season next year for Vegas, that would be
real
well. And the other thing, just same storyline. The Flames hold the Panthers first rounder, down 2-0 to the Leafs. That was looking real good to be pick number 22.
Right.
They win the series. That drops to pick 29, 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
I hate the Leafs. Stupid Leafs, you dumbass.
Darn Leafs.
It's
How
your
could
fault.
you do it? How could you do it? Well, we could do some
Bet.
yeah, for the game we're not super excited. Maybe that's how
No,
you
we
get
got
it.
one for the game we are excited.
Maybe that's how you get juiced for it, right?
Yeah.
Juju.
With a little love from Bet365, want to get into the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs at Bet365. They got you game props, player props, totals, the money line. You can even bet on futures like series winners, conference champions, the Stanley Cup champions, and much more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs, must be 19 or older.
7:30. I'm going to sit you down and get you a game to watch. You ignore that morning game.
Okay.
That early game.
You're going to be busy.
Dallas
Cooking.
is a dog, very slightly. Just like yesterday, Edmonton was a dog, very slightly. We all believe they're the better teams. We all believe they're moving on. The question is, can they punch the ticket in 5 or 6 or 7? Tonight's a chance to do it in 5. I like them at plus 105.
Well, and you saw Kadri tweet.
You got a rule number 1.
Rule number 1.
Don't give up your dogs. Lock up your dogs.
That's right.
That's
Dogs
number 1 rule. This
Ranton's a dog.
kidding me?
Yeah.
You need any cats around here?
No,
You
kid.
know,
No.
cats
Dogs.
need more dogs.
Oof, oof. Dog. We want dogs.
How's your dog? How's your goddamn dog?
Speaking of dogs, Alejandro Kirk hit a 3-run bomb yesterday. Jason
Oh.
back to 500. 2 total bases. We'll see if we can do that today.
So the Jays are playing.
They
Baseball.
are relevant. I think they're 1 game out of a wild card.
Well, they're Canada's team, Dean.
They're relevant.
Yeah.
It's a pretty mucky, mediocre AL this year. Some bad teams are making the playoffs, just like last year. It's kind of the new expanded wild card. It's like, oh, there's just shitty teams in the playoffs now.
I'm gonna have to take umbrage with that comment.
Which one's that?
Remember, I just asked you about who in your world has brought up Washington and Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who in your world has brought up the Toronto Blue Jays?
No.
Oh, so they aren't
it's
relevant.
still baseball in May.
That's the thing. It's not a lot of I'm not hearing a
I'm
lot
not
of
hearing about the
baseball.
Yankees. I'm not hearing about Dodgers. I'm hearing about Otani. I'm not hearing that.
Yeah, but it's Canada's team.
I am
You said
hearing
they're
about
relevant.
one guy who doesn't like the Pirates. That's all I hear about.
Yeah.
Is that the Pirates?
Yeah, they've already fired their manager. I saw their GM was selling his house. I don't know.
It's always an encouraging stuff.
Because he got that raise, right? And now he's
Like, I'm fucking out of
George
here.
Jefferson moving on up.
We also showed the Colorado Rockies.
GM's got his house for sale. It's
Jackson
not
all over
good.
The
MLS.
fact that you know this
That's
is
amazing.
also concerning to
No,
me.
I love it. Let him fly. Let him fly.
Heard
Spread your wings,
Conroy's
Jack.
got his house for sale.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This guy's watching Pittsburgh newscasts, Pittsburgh Reddit. Just love it.
Nice.
Matinee for the Jays. Get those bets in early. Let's go.
Bet365. Be 19 or older.
And don't be afraid to take Carolina.
Do not be afraid. They're quite favored.
There you go. So yeah, 5 o'clock, Carolina, Washington, Dallas win the pick 7:30.
Washington.
Oh, Washington. And I believe we got some super chat.
Oh, baby.
Proceeds from our super chat go to the youth centers of Calgary. How does it work? If you're in the YouTube chat live and you put down a donation, we take the money and get it to the youth centers, who then make an impact on today's youth in our city.
Sounds awesome.
That's right. Jeremy Key, 27.99. Whew. Fellas, one of my favorite moments on the show was when Boomer told the story of his friend back in the day who always had to streak at parties. I was reminded of this Coslets.
Because let's just say.
Oh, I see. I was reminded of this because let's just say I lost a bet. Keep punching, boys.
Hamarame.
Really? Did you?
Is it a meme?
Did you have to gear down?
You had to drop trow at a party?
Yeah, my buddy. It was.
Oh,
It was a lot.
natural.
Now, was
Yeah.
there a good reason or was he just a nudist?
it
He wasn't
was-
showing off. It's just he liked to be naked.
Ah, you go through stages in life.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. It's like just start vibrating. It's like just don't do it.
Yeah.
No, you don't. We're at the bar.
But it's hilarious.
No.
I've only seen one person like this, and I saw on a dance floor get right down to the socks and underwear. Security moves, and then once he really gets down with sans that, security's going nowhere near him.
Yeah. I said to him
Swinging
one time,
around, dancing.
So it's kind of, how does it, it's just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I got to do it. So what
are we accomplishing?
Do you get some, listen, I'm about to go and take all my clothes off. Can you grab them out of the John and bring?
I'm about to get kicked out of this club naked, and I'm getting a lifetime ban. Who's got my clothes?
I got some pants and a t-shirt. I'll be fine.
It's like when you need a cheeseburger. I gotta get a cheeseburger. It clicks.
Getting
in your
totally
brain.
naked is like
it clicks in your brain, and you gotta do it.
I feel like he was one of these guys at one point.
But okay, don't do it at the bar.
But it's in my head.
Because the thing about when it happens at the bar is inevitably there's some sort of a chase.
Yeah.
That begins,
and not
because a bouncer you got to try and get him out, and then he's not going to want to get out, so he starts getting shifty, and things are doing things.
Their feet, slippery floors, broken bottles.
Yeah,
lifetime bans.
I hope, because I hope he's in his 50s somewhere still doing it.
Really?
Stick to your gun,
right? Like I hope that somewhere, Gene. I hope you're still doing it.
Oh. He's at some celebration of life. He's like, oh, fuck, I got the vibrations. God damn it.
It's like, you know, the old pouch hangs a little lower now. I got to catch it with my knees when I'm running. Did we have another? Were there two today? Iron Bait. What team, thank you for the $7. What team remaining do you think is the best bet to beat the Oilers? Dallas, Florida, Carolina?
They all have different reasons why you'd pick them. Like Dallas, I think the revenge factor is a big one. Like they were in control of that series last year at one point. They had Rantanen. Okay, I like that. Carolina is just all structure.
So here's the thing. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
We can get the storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you trust? I don't trust Carolina.
Dallas and Florida.
Dallas and Florida.
I don't even trust Dallas.
It'll be an interesting test for Dallas. It will. Because they've had a harder road, I'd strongly argue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that the Oilers would have got past Colorado in round one. They almost shit themselves against the Kings. But that said, they kind of have that team of destiny feel where all these bounces in big spots are going their way. And
watching that
guys
game
that
last
suck
night,
all of a sudden are really good, like Klimberg. And
sorry, I was watching that overtime. There was no fear of Vegas scoring as I sat there and watched.
All night.
You just feel like they're going to.
Listen, if you can't watch, you should shut the TV off because there's nothing good going to come.
Yeah, it's too bad they had to cancel that 2025 Stanley Cup.
COVID,
Oilers really were humming.
Oh, you don't like? Oh, then you can't
COVID.
watch. No, because they're really good. Yeah, you cannot watch.
No.
Just turn it off. There you go. Thanks for the donations. That's going to the Youth Centers of Calgary.
Don't like it at all.
There you go.
Really
so
like
what's
everyone's mood is? It's gray out. They're winning. Hey,
get a roast.
And these
go to Bonton. Give yourself something positive to think about.
These honks leaving Edmonton, coming to Calgary, talking about great Edmonton. You can move right back anytime you want. Yeah. You don't need to bog up our traffic here with your.
That's right. Especially at that bottleneck on Stoney over there.
Stoney,
down to 2 lanes, Oilers flags. How about you drive north and go hang out at the 8 Aldos?
What a great time. Long weekends here. Everyone get up to Edmonton.
That's right.
Hang out together.
Our buddy Dreg's not on the show tomorrow. He will join us next week.
So Dregs doesn't like us. The Frank guy doesn't like us. Brunt has quit. There's all like.
We should check in.
What have we done, Jack? How are you treating these people?
It's my fault.
Yes.
I mean, you're in charge.
You're the one that
you're kind of the.
You're the boss.
You know what you are? You're the conduit.
The conduit.
Noodles always says Jack's yelling at him.
Yeah, Noodles is the only one that really gives.
I can't sit in this room because Jack gives me heck.
Mm-hmm.
We should get somebody tomorrow. Let's
well,
it's Friday.
If Brunt actually just talked to
what'd you say?
What?
Rhett's taking the day tomorrow. That's great.
Oh, are you off tomorrow?
I feel like we shall. Maybe a quick. Well, how about we just do a check-in?
Just a quick show.
A check-in show.
No one loves a quick show.
All right. So.
Okay.
Updates.
Yeah, we'll get someone on Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Monday. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good, right? See you, buddies.
Trouble.